Hello, my friends, it's Matthew Street. Thank you. And folks, I am happy to be here making this video because I'm putting it all to rest. Everything is coming full circle, as they say. Yes, as you know, I announced several weeks ago that the collage, my display behind me, was being totally torn down, rearranged, reset, redone, reissued, whatever you want to call it. And it's finally pretty much complete and done at this point. There's been a few changes here and there. I had used a different type of tacky material to get them up there, and then I came down one day, and because of the changes in temperature, a bunch of them had fallen. So that's why from that first video when I premiered it, it's changed a little bit because they fell and I had to redo it with a different material. Anyway, so this is what it is. I finally got my last two that I wanted. They are up there now. Freddie Mercury and Alfred E. Newman way over there. And it's pretty much done. That's it. And a lot of people have asked me about it. So I thought I'd do a video about it, and I thought I would pay tribute to those who have been removed from the wall and have been put in the archives to be saved and to possibly be used at a later date. So anyway, folks, what happened was it was just getting stale. You know, it was just getting to the point that the way I had started it was using some cardboard cutouts, and I had a bunch of cardboard cutouts behind me. Go back years ago, see my earlier videos, and you'll see how it morphed and grew. With those cardboard cutouts, I eventually started using binding clips and clipping pictures to the cardboard cutouts, and started to grow and get bigger, and it became this monstrosity that was very unstable. Meaning, if I had moved this bookshelf, supply shelf behind me, it would have all fallen over. It was like barely up there on the wall. Some of them were attached to the wall, but some were, you know, not. So anyway, finally just said it's getting stale. It's been up there a couple of years, and what happened also was I started to make new friends. And so I had included a lot of friends and YouTube personalities up here that people I liked and admired and all that good stuff I thought were funny or interesting. But what happened was I started to make more friends, and I started to say, well, should I make more copies of this person and that person and get them up there too? Should I? But then how could I replace somebody with somebody else, and they might feel that? Anyways, a whole drama going on behind the scenes with this collage. So I said, you know what? Enough's enough. It's just going to be close, like, you know, friends I've had outside of YouTube for many years. It's going to be some family members outside of YouTube. And it's going to be some musicians, celebrities, and people like that I thought looked cool up here. So that's what I've done, folks. And this one over here, today it's Jimi Hendrix, but I have other cardboard standouts that got removed, and they will rotate in there, like Buddy Holly has been there. Now Jimmy's there, and there might be others, okay? So, but I thought to end this all on a positive note, I'm going to show the people that are now going into the archives, say a couple of words about each one, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's go. So let's start with some advertisements I got rid of. Dell's Lemonade was up there for a long time. It's one of the most popular lemonades up here in New England, especially in the Rhode Island, southeastern Massachusetts area. Dell's Lemonade. Big stay. Any of you that are from around here, you know of Dell's Lemonade. Burger King's really big and close in my life. Burger King's where I met Mrs. Street all those years ago. We were teenagers, and where I worked, and I just thought it was cool to have Burger King up there. Hulk Hogan Real American Beer I thought was kind of cool, so I had that up there for a while. And I got Hulk up there right now, but here's his beer. I had that up there for a while. Yes, this is a message we should all remember. Never surrender. That was up there. Remember the movie Jaws? Remember Quint, the character in Jaws, drinking Narragansett beer all the time. Narragansett beer was originally from the Rhode Island, Massachusetts, southern New England area, moved around a little bit, but it is a long-standing staple in my area. It's like the local beer, and they had a special Jaws tribute issue not long ago, last year or whatever, and I bought some. So there you go. Okay, oh, I can't forget Dunkin' Donuts. How can you forget Dunkin's? They're a staple up here in New England and around the rest of the country, I believe. America runs on Dunkin', as they say, and so does the rest of the world. Okay, good friend of mine, Stephen Schnee, and I always love this image of him as Santa Claus. Love it. He's a good close friend here. He's just awesome, and so I had to have Stephen up there as Santa Claus. All right, I'll be saying more about Stephen. All right. The great Sam St. John was up there for a long time. I'll have more to say about Sam, but Americana Sam, oh, the Stephen Schnee channel, please subscribe. I will always say please subscribe. Americana Sam used to be known as just Sam St. John, but he has a great channel. Go check it out. Wonderful, wonderful channel. Talks about everything, every genre of music. He's just a great, great guy, and I love Sam, and please check out his channel. Kurt Ryle from the Gripweeds, one of my favorite bands of the modern era. And speaking of which, Kristen Pennell Ryle from the Gripweeds. So they're one of my favorite bands on Gem Records, and I had them up there for a while. You may remember these images. The Gripweeds, check them out, a great band. They just put out a great new EP, check it out. Yes, Pee Wee Herman was up there for a while, and then he got covered for a little while, but Pee Wee was up there. All right, but he's down now. Rest in peace to Paul Rubens, right? Well, he used to be known at All the World's a Stage, Steve at All the World's a Stage. But then he left YouTube for a few months, but now he's back. He is back as A is for Alice, B is for Bob, and C is for ... Great channel. He's back again. Multi-genre, big into so much music. He loves Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, the Beatles, and on and on and on and on. And he's got some great shows on there that he does with Trevor and Marsha P. and others. So check out Steve at A is for Alice, B is for Bob, C is for ... Okay, well, Rachel's Ghost. Rachel. Very helpful to me when I was in need, helped me with a drive to put the Midnight Callers over the top to get their song as coolest song of the year, and we did. And she's off of YouTube right now, but I'm wishing Rachel all the best, and perhaps we will see her back stronger than ever. So thank you to Rachel's Ghost. Okay. Jeff, over at Calico Silver Channel. Jeff loves Bob Dylan. He's an outstanding musician himself, professionally trained, a professional player. Great channel, Calico Silver. Jeff is the host. Get over there, check him out. Just a great guy, great, great guy. Whenever I have a question about Bob Dylan, he's my go-to guy. Okay. Oh, remember these two little things I had for a while. I had my Steve and Sam cutout puppets that I used to do things with, make them come up and talk to me. You go back to some of my old videos. Right, Stevie? Yes, Matt. Right, Sam? Yes, Matt. Yeah, my Steve and Sam puppets are cute, aren't they? Okay. They were up there for a while. Okay. Good friend of mine, Alan C. Records. Go see Alan at the Alan C. Records channel. I've known Alan a long time, since I first got here, and he started a channel as well. We've hung out together. We've gone to shows together. He loves the Beatles. He loves all genres of music and power pop and the Midnight Callers, and I can't recommend Alan's channel enough. Alan C. Records, good friend. Thank you, Alan. Robscure Music. Rob hosts Robscure Music. You can also see him a lot visiting at some live streams. A lot of times you'll see him on Doc's, Doc Dacus's chat parties and stuff. Loves the Beatles, loves all kinds of music though, especially the obscure music, thus Robscure Music. He talks about some really cool things. He plays some records. You got to check out Robscure Music. Okay. The great Larry Graves, Canadian stud muffin. Larry, he's a wonderful person. He'll help anybody in need here at YouTube. He goes out of his way for others. He supports others. and in his time of need, people would step up and support him because he's a great guy. He has wonderful, wonderful content and channels, and I mean, you've got to know about Larry. I don't even have to tell you about him. Everyone if you have half a brain and you're here on YouTube, you know of Larry Graves and the Canadian Stud Muffin channel. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Larry. Okay, now this one can be a little controversial, but I am here to be nothing but positive. This is all positivity, okay? But you may remember seeing this image up on my wall for a while. This is Invisible Ray, if you've never heard of him. And yes, he can be controversial, but he can also be a very talented designer. He's a very talented artist, and he is funny as hell at times. Albeit controversial, but he can be funny. He has some content that can make you roll on the floor and laugh. Like I said, controversial. I will admit there are times I don't watch because he gets a little too controversial, but his humor is very real. I mean, this man has a great sense of humor about things, and so I will say that he is out there. If it's for your taste or liking, Invisible Ray. Okay. Great channel. One of my favorites. Favorite channel. Matt Williamson at Pop Goes the 60s. Matt has a outstanding channel. He puts a lot of research, time, and effort into his videos. Wonderful person. I've had personal contact with Matt, and I just love his channel. I can't recommend it enough. Please check out Pop Goes the 60s. You will not be sorry. Well researched and very entertaining. And I have to show the great Kit O'Toole from the fabulous Beatle podcast, Talk More Talk. She's also a writer for Beatle Fan Magazine, and she's also an author. And she goes to all the fest for Beatle fans. She's very talented, very personable, very approachable, and I just love Kit and her skills, her talents. She's just great. So check out Kit O'Toole at Talk More Talk. And I have to show him again because I have another image of my good friend Stephen Schnee. Check him out at the Stephen Schnee channel, the CD Junkie. This is Ski Lodge. 80s Pop Explosion. I can't even think of all the names of all his shows. He has some of the best content on YouTube. This man is amazing. He's a workaholic. He's always producing great content, promos for bands. He goes on live streams with Grant's Rock Warehouse and others. I just love his talk show with Ronnie from the Muffs, which is Beach Blanket Fort Bingo. I mean, I have nothing written down, folks. I'm just flying off the top of my head here. But I love Steven. He's one of my closest friends, and I love him so much why I have multiple images of him. He was like the first person that ever subscribed to me on YouTube back in 2017. He was there, like on the ground floor, subscribing to my channel and supporting me. So he is a good, close friend of mine, and always appreciate Steven. Okay, now this person is very special because she's one of us. Caitlin Larkin started out as just a Beatles podcaster many years ago. And I got to know her and her channel, wonderful person. And you know what makes me really proud of Caitlin being one of us? She had a dream. She had a dream to be a disc jockey, I guess you'd still call it that nowadays, on the official SiriusXM Beatles channel. And guess what? She made her dream come true. She is on the Beatles channel, has a wonderful show, middays, every day of the week, and she fills in as a host for other people when they take time off. But check out Caitlin at SiriusXM on the Beatles channel. She's one of the great personalities over there, and I'm just so proud of her and happy for her. She deserves it. Okay. I had a special one. I've already talked about Sam at Americana Sam and Steve at A is for Alice, B is for Bob, C is for. But here they are together. They are a funny combo, these two. They like to pick on each other all the time. So I had this made years ago, a couple of years ago, of baby Steve being coddled and cuddled by Americana Sam. And I just love this image. So I had that up there for a while. The great Michael Nolan. Check out the Michael Nolan channel. This man puts so much effort, time, and energy into his videos, the effects, the background music, the lighting, the way he edits. It's just well done. Very professional, very informative and interesting. He's a great guy, very friendly, very approachable. I love Michael Nolan and his channel, and I recommend it to all of you. 3 more. These are the big 3. Right here, the big 3. These were the 3 people, the first channels I discovered on YouTube, which set me on the path to create my own channel. The first is Ed at The King's Court. The King's Court. Ed is a excellent Elvis channel, the best Elvis channel out there today. He's so informative, so well done. Anything you want to know Elvis, go to The King's Court and talk to Ed. One of the first channels I ever subscribed to. The next one is the great Tim Allen. He's on a lot of live streams now, especially with Doc Dacus. He's very talented. He goes on movie chats with Joe Mayo. Power Pop. This is where I got into him because he's into the Beatles and he's into Power Pop, among other music. But he was my Power Pop connection when I first got to YouTube, and he was one of the first people I ever subscribed to. Loved his channel so much. He's like semi-retired now from making active videos, but every once in a while he will jump on and make a video, and you can see him on live streams, as I said. Great guy, Tim Allen, we love him. And last but not least, Joe Mayo, the first Beatles channel I ever discovered, who influenced me big time to start my own Beatles-centric channel, as it were. Joe, I've met Joe, I've hung out with Joe, I've been to fests with Joe, I've had lunch with Joe. Great guy, love his channel. He puts a lot of effort, time, and energy into his channel, bringing you updated news and reports in all the world of the Beatles. But he does talk about other music. He has a movie channel as well, talks about movies, does live streams, live chats. Great channel. So that's it, folks. I just wanted to spend a little time and say thank you to all those wonderful people. Thank you. And I'd like to say I'm sorry that that original collage has now been removed. I'm sorry for that. But we have a new collage up, new beginnings, new hopes and dreams, and I thank you all for coming on this journey with me. So from me, Matthew Street, thank you. I will be back very soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.